Uno mas.
Hello, stragglers.
What is up? Welcome back to the NerdVibed podcast. Uh so yeah,
Yeah, new episode.
new episode of the podcast that we do.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but this is like the 52nd episode or something, so
We've done 52 of these,
yeah, it's nothing special. I mean, last episode got 12 views, so I mean,
Oh, that is special.
yeah, beat that fucking shit, Joe Rogan. Yeah.
I wouldn't I that actually wouldn't surprise me that at this point he's like has only like 12 viewers now.
Yeah, like 12 actual human viewers.
Yeah.
The rest are just bots
Yeah.
that fucking suck his dick for no reason. That does seem like a possibility of something that would happen.
Jamie, buy 50,000 more bots.
Jamie, we need more views, man. Come on, get them in here. I don't even know what Jamie sounds like. Just, okay, sir. Do you want me to suck your penis too? Yes, please. I have nothing. Yeah, I watched like a video on Twitter of like Joe Rogan stand up and
Yeah, I haven't watched the video, but I saw a YouTube thumbnail that's like Joe Rogan has like lost his mind, so I don't know if he's like just like having like a crisis right now or something. Like,
well, he's always been fucking stupid. But the video I watched on Twitter was like talking about like some teenage girl who is underage. And this was in the 2000s, by the way, so like no filter moment. But he was talking about like, I don't know what name it was, but he was just like, so you're telling me that just because she's naked, right? So like, who says I can't fucking find her how I want to fuck the shit out of her, right? And the entire audience just cheered and started laughing. I was just, it wasn't, I don't know if he said that exactly, but like he said something that was just like so beyond fucked up, like about like a naked minor just being like attracted to it, and the audience just in general was like eating it up, like, yeah, like clapping.
and where's the context? Why is he bringing up naked teenage girls on his stand up?
I don't know.
That's the context. What's the context?
I don't know.
Context?
Maybe I can, because I haven't really tweeted that much and on Twitter, so I could probably find it on one of my accounts relatively quickly.
I mean, I'm not obviously deplorable. Obviously, it is fucked up and deplorable, but I just want to say that kind of shit was like seen differently like
Do
20
not
years.
it's
I'm not
actually bad. It's
I'm
actually
not
bad.
I'm not trying to
No, like
defend it.
actually, it's just
It is fucked up, but you got to remember that the lens of like 20 years ago was like so different for that shit compared to now. So of course people are going to cheer, but obviously
yeah,
now if someone made that comment today, it would have been like, yeah, what the fuck,
yeah.
buddy? It's still fucked.
Okay.
Who makes these random age limits? 21 to drink, 18 to vote, and how can a kid graduates college at 16? He's a genius. But Tracy Lords done some fantastic films at 16.
Um,
So do you want to check that statement? I'm not trying to paint you into a bad guy or anything. I'm just like,
I was
bad.
just trying to.
No, I know what you're
You
saying.
gotta also have to look at like a bunch of movies back then too was doing that shit. Like,
yeah, the 2000s were
Yeah.
very terrible towards teenage girls.
Yeah.
It's awful. I do understand what you're saying, but I think any sane person at any time
but
period.
since he's still alive, he has to take accountability for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't like, if anybody watches this far, like, don't like what Jake was trying to just say in general, that like even the most simple thing, like someone joking, like in that time period was different and nobody
Yeah.
really give a shit.
Yeah, that's
That
what
said,
I don't know if it's
It's
like
still
that.
fucked.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah. He's
I'm
not
not.
defending what he said at all. He's just like, well, different times, and I completely agree with what he's
Yeah,
saying.
because that's what like because
It's
you could even go back even further. Like how many I've talked about this before on the channel. Like how many stories of we everyone's probably got like grandparents, great grandparents that the age gap is a little.
yeah, probably.
Like yeah, everyone's got one story. I
Yeah.
think my great grandparents my grandfather's parents, I think my great grandfather was in his late 40s and my great grandmother was 17. So
Okay.
yeah,
Are
like
they still together?
well this was like a very very long time ago.
Uh-huh.
So
Have I met them?
no, they're my great like I've only known
Oh, you said great. Okay.
I've only known two of my great grandparents and they were both on my mom's side. They were both my great grandmothers. They never everyone else of like great grandparents I have not met yet.
In my defense,
And nobody like talks about them.
yeah. I mean, you you had like all your grandparents in your life, I'm pretty
I
sure,
still
right?
do. I still
Yeah.
do.
Meanwhile, I'm the complete opposite. I have not had a grandparent in over 10 years. So, and I only knew two of them. Three of them were alive in general, but I was a
Yeah.
baby. And it was my grandfather on my mother's side who died.
Mm-hmm.
And I only met both my grandmothers, and one of them was kind of like
She didn't like you.
not really like she loved us, but like she got fucking annoyed easily and was like verbally like kind of abusive. Um, but the only good relationship I had with like one of my grandparents was like my mother's mother. So,
Mm.
but yeah, she had Alzheimer's, which was fucking rough.
Yep. That's
Um,
why I'm so. And this is something I wanted to like bring up with you because we've talked about this idea on the before, but it's like because I like when it comes to like this like ancestors and stuff or like past family members, I don't nobody really in my family we don't really talk about them for some reason. Like so that's why I'm like fascinated with like I want to invest time into researching like my family tree
yeah,
and like um and it's like something that we could both do on the channel. And obviously, I know you want to, but it's like, but if we go back further enough, it's like who cares?
yeah,
Because you're each generation doubles, so it's like you're gonna have a lot of ancestors, and
yeah.
so
It's
it's like
kind
you
of at
go.
that point, like,
So if you
yeah,
go back, but it's another thing that it's like it's one of those things I'm like I want to know. It's like I wonder how far we go back to see if we have me and you have an ancestor, like a same ancestor. Because again, you go back further enough, you're gonna have thousands of ancestors.
yeah,
So it's like I wonder. So it's like I'm pretty sure like every human being is gonna have some relation to each other at some point. In
yeah. It's always weird to think about because, like, the more time you go back, the less humans there were. But like, the more time that you progress, like, the more there is. But like, somehow the less we become
yeah,
like um related with each
yeah,
other. It's this weird to think about. But I mean, yeah, I don't think it should be any surprise that like eventually there will be like ancestors where all of us like fucking Adam and Eve, like, okay, yeah, you relate to them too? So am I. Like, yeah,
yeah,
we all are, you fucking idiot. Like, but yeah, it's just definitely weird to think about. I did ask my sister, my older sister, um, if I could like see her I don't know what she took it on, but she took like a DNA test.
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about it before on the channel, but
Um.
she did send it to me like
Like
months
the
ago.
I got my sister did the same, but I have lost the link. But again, the thing is with mine, right? To me, I just like I'll see names and I'm like, okay, like they're just names, but it's like I want to know their story. I want to know who they were,
Yeah.
like as people, like what were they like, and like that's like kind of the research I want to do is like who these people were, like what, like if there's any like old newspapers about them, if they did something cool, like so the furthest I went back to, and like I have to either ask for the link again or because she gave me like a link that I can just view it for free and not have to do a bunch of, I didn't have to submit any DNA myself because I don't want to fucking do that. That's just I know it's probably like there's probably a lot of safety and like confidentiality and shit, but it's like I don't want to send my DNA swab to some company, right? Like that's just that has like such like dystopia kind of thing to it that it's just like, but so the furthest I went back that they could allow me, and was I talked to you about this, and I was like, kind of know me. I mean, me and Matt, we talk about history a lot. So when I found out one of my ancestors, even though it wasn't anything special, um, I found one of my ancestors who fought in the Revolution, and they were at Lexington and Concord, and I thought that was fucking awesome. I kind of, and I do want to go back further to see if maybe I have some more, more well-known people, because it's like again, the further you go back, the more your ancestor you're gonna have. So I'm like, I gotta have something spicy,
Mm-hmm.
something cool and interesting. Um, like, but just seeing that, and like um, and I did do some digging on that soldier, and I went to like I think some website that had his name, his rank, and like everything, and then it didn't have it, but I found out who his parents were, so I couldn't have added that to the tree as well. Um, but yeah, I thought that was, and also another thing is, I have to pretty much, for me to be in like the Americas, I have to stick with like my grandfather on my dad's side, because my my father's mother, my father's mother, my mother's mother, and my mother's father, they all have Italian backgrounds. So I don't know. So probably getting records for Italy is much tougher than, American, because it's probably all because those records are probably different. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but apparently, I remember they were talking. I don't know whose side, but I guess it's on my mom's side. There is some Russian at some point. There is some Russian ancestry, and I think there was some incest going on. And my grandfather found out, and he like crashed out over it.
Uh-huh.
Because you gotta remember, he's a little old school. So Vietnam War veteran. He doesn't like the commies.
Yeah.
So
He wasn't upset about the incest part?
I think he was upset about both. I think he was upset
Okay.
about both.
It's like, hey,
Okay,
fucking Russians! I can deal with them fucking each other and their sisters, but like, god damn, fucking
it
Russians,
goes
dude.
back to that shit happened a lot too. That was a lot more common way back then too.
Yeah.
That people were marrying. I mean, FDR married his cousin. They were like fourth or fifth cousins or something like that, but
Yeah.
still, yeah, that shit was a little normal back then. A lot of weird shit was normal back then.
I mean, to be fair, wasn't much technology and didn't really have cars, and I mean, the only people you probably did know was your family, so it's like, alright, uh, distant cousins, like, yeah, I'll fuck them. Why not?
They just didn't have Bumble back then, duh.
Yeah, they didn't have Bumble to fucking humiliate themselves on back then. So, you know, it's understandable. Just had to deal with what they had.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's something I want to do at some point. I don't know if it's just gonna be like personal or if we're doing it for content, but
Yeah.
it would be fun. We can
Well,
find out who these people are.
yeah. I do have my the thing that my sister sent me. So I am 36% England and northwestern Europe, which is unsurprising. I'm 31% Irish. I am 16% Swedish and Danish. 11% Scottish. 5% Germanic Europe.
Oh, that's cool.
And 1% Eastern Europe and Russian. So yeah, a little bit
That
of
probably,
everything.
yeah, so that means you probably have, that means your ancestors were probably on the Mayflower at some point.
Yeah, they probably
Mine
also
probably too.
fucking hate each other as well.
You think your ancestors hated each
I mean, if all those different countries, like I'm sure, like my great, like all of my great grandparents fucking fought against each other in like wars or something. Just didn't even know it. But I mean, yeah, that's I mean, I don't know how many countries like people typically have that their blood traces back to, but
I don't remember what their results were, but I think there was like when my sister did the results, there was I know this is gonna turn into the joke, but there was a big debacle about the results, and my grandmother having a kind of a like kind of dismissing it, but there was like a point. I know what you're gonna say.
it's a black country, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's always that joke like I'm 0.0002% black.
Uh-huh.
I can say the N word.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, there was like I think there was some like distant like black that was like that everyone was like no you're not black like, and it's like these are the results. I'm not, obviously it's not even a full percent,
Yeah.
but you know it's there, it's in the
I mean, obviously, like obviously your fucking sister isn't black. We all know that. Um, but also the DNA results came back and they said that she is 0.1% black.
yeah, it
So,
was like a really small
like,
percentage.
it's just the results. Like she's 0.1% black. That's all. I don't know.
Like again, because that goes back to the further you go back,
Yeah.
the more ancestors you have. It's like, you know, it's insane.
Guess that means you know, I mean, NerdVibed does have a black member now. You know,
Oh, woke.
yeah. Fucking NerdVibed is woke now. What the fuck happened to my fucking Let's Play channel?
I
I can't even watch it anymore.
can't watch it anymore. Oh my god. Yeah, it was like yeah, and there was like some other like weird stuff that was in the DNA results as well. I just can't remember, and I don't have the link
Mm.
to like check it out, because obviously if my sister did it, I'm gonna have the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I can't really look at it right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a project we should consider doing on the channel. Let's see like how back we go. Maybe we're like fifth cousins or something like that
Yeah, maybe.
through like some like line or something. Like it's, you know, everyone goes back to each other some way, so you know, it would be really cool to find that out.
Yeah. For sure would be as well. I don't know why I said as well. but I completely agree. I think it would be cool to do at some point.
Yeah, just like to like, cause like again, like I want to know like, cause it's like, cause when like I said, when I first got that tree, like I just saw a bunch of names. It's like I want to know their story. Like I want to know who they are, what they do, and like that, because it's like, it's I don't want names. I want, you know I want to know who these people were that I came from. Like it's like, and like I said, like nobody in my family really talks about them um all that much. And yeah,
Yeah.
so another thing I wanted to discuss was I'm noticing this a lot lately, and we've talked about this a lot, um and this is just like what's going on with YouTube. So as of recording right now, The Boys is on the seventh episode of The Boys dropped. Um, the next um the final episode will be next week. Um, and so far people really fucking hate this season. I personally, I do see its faults, but you know, I've watched all the seasons. I've grown attached to the characters, like, so I'm in the ride. I'm in it. But and this goes back to like a certain movie that it's just like I want to like have this like kind of philosophical discussion of like, so are people reviewing things too harshly now, or are we generally, or is there generally no good content anymore? Like that is the question. Because I've seen it with the Mario Galaxy movie. Like I want to know, like, it's like I'm like having this like kind of like conundrum that it's like, are we are just these YouTube critics being way too harsh, or are we generally in some like there's just no good content coming out right now? That's that is the question, and I want to throw it out there. Have a philosophical little debate about this. No, not a debate, because we just a little discussion. Because I don't know. Because I don't know if people are just being brutally on this, being way too harsh on something now, or are we generally in like that everything is slop?
Um, I think it could be a mixture of both. I think like it's entirely true and possibly the case that like production companies and people who make shows just, you know, push out, you know, meaningless like I'm not trying to sound like any of that kind of stuff that people say, but people usually say that like shows do push out like political views from its creators, and
Mm-hmm.
that can be definitely true, and just involve other shit that's not needed. It can also involve bad writing as well, and I can completely get that as well. But I also believe that people who review shows and all that can whine a lot as well. Also with the political views stuff, like even though if you don't agree with the political views, like you don't have to agree with the show's political views,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Like you can just watch it and disagree with it, but the characters in a fictional show, you don't have to like, agree with every political thing that a character says or thinks, like, at all. Not even just politics, just other things in general, like
Yeah.
just other topics and issues, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I also think with a lot of the more mainstream shows, I feel like releasing it on a weekly basis is just it's not working for them because and like it's just so painful now. It's like every fucking week they drop a new episode and then like 24 hours later you'll see some video essay how how one filler episode killed the whole show and the whole show just sucks and then it's like this constant like back and forth of being like it's over. Oh my god, we're so back. It's over. We're so back. And
Well, I mean,
it's so annoying.
it's just been the standard. I think it's just amplified because of social media and how big it's gotten
Yeah, it's just like
over the past decade.
I think they need to stop releasing shows on a new episodes on like a weekly thing. I think they need to do like Netflix does and just drop the whole thing so people can actually have a critical assessment of an entire season without just judging the whole show itself by one episode.
Yeah, I think people, whenever like an episode of something comes out, they judge the entire thing
Yeah.
based on one episode, and that's kind of fucking silly. There can be terrible fucking episodes, but it doesn't
Yeah,
mean that the entire series has to be way
that's
down.
literally the just TV. That's just there's always going to be a filler episode. There's always going to be
Yeah,
a not so good episode. Like that just happens. And again, I when it comes to the boys, like I'm not like I understand its criticisms. I get it. Like I do think I do think these last few episodes they kind of been shooting themselves in the foot and like now they have an hour to wrap so much shit up even though this probably needs to be like a 2 to 3 hour long episode. So like yeah, like we are like potentially gonna have a really crappy finale, which
yeah,
sucks, but like there's a lot of shows that have that, like that just don't have like a good finale. Like it like shit happens.
yeah.
It's not obviously it's not excusable, but it's just like it's not like this rare thing that happens that it's like, oh my god. Like and it's like and when I see people review like specific episodes, they just act like the show is like completely irredeemable, that it was never good. It was never good to begin with, and like act like there was like nothing worthwhile, and just like even though like there is a lot of good that happens in the new season, and like there's some good moments, and like I like watching Homelander descent into like just that he basically thinks he's God now, and just like wants to just like and now at this point he pretty much has pretty much nobody on his side now, so it's like you know it's but I it's just I don't again like I feel like people are reviewing shit that they act like this one episode killed their whole family.
Yeah.
And this is same thing with like the Mario Galaxy movie, like they take it they take a piece of media so personally. it's
I could
so
never like watch a movie and hate it so much to the point where like I ran about it online for like an hour.
yeah.
It's like,
And then like you have to do this whole like video essay with all this editing and like you're still that mad about it that you're like sitting down like an edit like you're sitting down editing a video about you being mad about it.
just like could put this effort into like going outside and just like being one with nature, but instead you're just in your editing room being like, so like Hitler liked this movie, right? I'm not really about that. If you had to put like text on the screen and then you had to like put each individual word at the bottom of the screen, like and really emphasize the word Hitler as well. Like Hitler liked this movie, like just go outside, just frolic. That's all you gotta do. Just you don't have to like you
If
know.
there's one movie that man had in his bunker, it was the Mario
It was
Galaxy
a Mario Galaxy movie. We all know that. That was a fun fact we learned in elementary school. We all learned that in second grade, and it was like 2005 or 2006 when we were in second grade, I think. So like we were just like, what the fuck is Mario Galaxy? What? What? And it was like, yeah, Hitler was a huge fan of the Mario Galaxy movie. And you know, just had to sit there and be like, alright, I guess he liked the Mario Galaxy movie. Good for him. Proud of him. But yeah, guys, like you don't have to take like media specifically. Like you can have opinions, but like if you're going to be like, actively like fucking pissed to the point where like you're fuming about like media of any kind, like you can just it's okay. It'll be okay. Just calm down and the next show that you're watching is coming out like in a couple days. You're gonna be mad about that too, so you're gonna forget about the show that you just watched more than likely. So just watch rinse repeat.
It's like at the point that it's like, why are you watching at this point? Like if you're just
If you don't like anything,
yeah,
if you know that like you are not going to like it, like if you know that you're very hypercritical for no reason, and you understand that like if a bad episode of a show comes out and you're going to base that entire thing off the entire series, find like another hobby. Because if you're just going to like get boiled down about it, then like you need to like get a hobby that will not make you, make your health even worse.
Yeah.
In my opinion, just
yeah,
do charades, just pick up chess or something.
yeah. Like just
you'll
like
be fine.
if you're obviously, it's like if you're gonna like, it's just hate watching at this point. Like it's like you're gonna go into it hating it. So it's like if you're not gonna like it, then why are you watching it?
Yeah, and I want to go back to like the political thing
Yeah,
as well, because like people, there's so many like diverse dads who do that type of content where they're just like they talk about like media and movies, and they always like they can't ever stand the inclusion of like a character who just happens to be like liberal. Like every single character to them has to be like white and just has to be like a Nazi or something. There cannot be any conflict. Everyone has to agree on like their point of views. It's just
oh
I don't get it. Like,
that
do you
reminds
guys not like conflicting point of views? Like even if you don't agree with like the opposing side, no matter which side you're on, you understand that like it's a TV show, right? Or like a movie, right? Or a video game. So why do you want everyone to be the same and act the same? I don't get it. Like they're characters for a reason. They all have their fucking own opinions on things. It's a fucking fictional media. It's just calm down. Just I hate people like that. It's so annoying.
That reminds me of like there was like this one guy who was ranting about The Boys season 3, and then he was like you can tell like he kind of just dug himself into a hole when he's like, oh, I can't believe they made Homelander just such a joke. He's the best character. He's the main protagonist. It's like, oh, you're gonna say that about Homelander, that he's the protagonist.
If you view Homelander as a protagonist, that says a lot about you.
like, oh no.
I only watched like the first full season and a half, and like if you even by that point thought Homelander was like the protagonist of the show, like there's something wrong with you. Like I've seen like other clips of like Homelander as well, just being like a massive piece of shit to
Yeah.
people who he's around. And if you can watch the whole show and know everything you can about Homelander, and you think like he's the main protagonist, that the character we should be rooting for in the show, you are a lost cause. Like you I don't even know what to even say to that.
It's like, and I remember one other video that was like, oh my god, they turned season 5 they turned Homelander into a joke, and I'm like, dude, he's always been a giant man baby. Like,
Yeah, like
he literally was having beef with a literal baby in season 1. He was like pissed off at a baby.
forgetting breastfeed.
Yeah.
Breastfed, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he has mommy issues.
Oh, he's got a lot of mommy issues.
Yeah, which is something I can agree with him. But, you know.
Like, like he's not. He's just there to. He's just getting mad at me. Like, again, like he's always been a giant man baby. Like,
Yeah.
do you know how many like fucking reaction clips and gifs we have of home? Like, like the dude's a giant baby. Like,
Yeah.
the whole point of Homelander is that he's a big fish in a small pond, and he has too much of an ego and narcissistic, and a borderline psychopath to like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I'm like, but it's just like with this show is like, I'll like watch the new episode and I'm like, you know what, I'm like, it's decent, it's a decent episode, I enjoyed it, and then immediately go on YouTube and everyone's like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, like, this is the worst season ever, this is the
That's
worst
why,
show.
like, you just gotta avoid social media. It's just like,
Like,
there's
I
never anything
actually
good.
thought episode 7 was one of the best of the season, and then I literally see people on YouTube like, nope, this is the worst one. This is the worst one. You said that about last week, and then the week before, the
Yeah.
week before that, and the week
If you
before
think
that.
every episode is getting progressively worse, then why do you keep watching? Like, that's also like another thing. Like, there's not a single good episode in a show that those kinds of people watch. It's just like, then just watch another show.
Yeah.
It's there's no words just like you can give them because like they always like double down for their shitty opinions for no reason. Like, nobody's asking you to watch this and review it for us. You're just like getting angry. You're just clickbaiting and engagement farming for people online to be mad about your shitty opinions because
Or
that has to just what it is.
that's another thing is like, honestly, this is like another thing with YouTube that I've seen is, unless it's like so blatantly horrible, I rarely see something that should obviously have a lot of pushback, don't have a lot of pushback. Like, I've seen like YouTubers that are borderline white supremacists, and you'll have people in the comments just like sucking their dicks.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like again, I talked about this with this one video I saw about this like Christian YouTuber trying to debunk this guy talking about slavery, and it was like, again, that's where I saw the comments like, oh, like slavery's a good thing. It was just man who made it bad. We're supposed to be slaves to God, and it's like you, and then like someone who like tries to disagree, they get like a bunch of hate comments.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why there's a lot of just like I remember like back in the day, if someone said like the same shit like like a decade ago, there would all the comments would be like hate comments, but now it's like everyone's just sucking their dick.
I just think fascists are just like out in full force. They're like, there's actually like, they aren't scared anymore. They aren't scared anymore to like share their actual thoughts about like what they actually believe in, and they know that they're going to be supported. It's so easy to be a right winger. It's just like you just have to like be so hateful, and it's so easy to do. It's just like there's always going to be an audience these days if you like are just a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's, sure you're gonna get hate, a lot of hate for sure, but like there's always going to be like an audience if you have those point of views on people, just things in general, and you know.
I know, it's like every time those videos like pop up on like my TV, and I literally do like the homework thing where I'm like pressing the remote, I'm looking for like comments that are pushback, and I don't see any, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it's
Yeah.
like, but it's like, I don't know what this platform's turned into. I mean, this is like, I don't know what's like going on with this platform anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's like chaos right now.
It's the entire like every website and app just feels so like, you know, they always like try and push like, from what I see, like liberal point of views, like they try and be as liberal as possible, but like it's always ran by like conservative people.
Yeah.
That's how I view everything on the internet. It's just like we gotta be PC about everything, but we ourselves are like conservatives, and we're going to make that known. So you don't really know what we're going to do with any issue, really. Yeah, it's just I don't know, just shit is confusing. YouTube, I think, is just like definitely like it. It definitely tries to show that it's like left leaning, but yet it kind of like doesn't really
Oh,
like.
there's a lot of right wingers on YouTube.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like they don't do anything about it. I just think it's for show. That's just like, yeah, look how inclusive we are. Like, what's your favorite black creator? There's like an actual
And
tweet
then,
they tweeted.
and there's literally, I watched a video about them talking about. There's like this one public channel that's like, oh man, I got black fatigue. Like, okay. And this video's still up? Okay, that's cool. It was just nothing about like just racially biased like statistics and like, and it's always like, oh my god, I can't like, I can't take it. It's like like, and it's always like these people that are like they're trying to be all, oh, we're all about the facts, and like, but they are so clearly biased, and like, again, like this one YouTuber, he did like, so he's a Christian, so he he pretty much does this thing where he's ranking all like the religions by legitimacy, and guess what, he gave like the S tier.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally writes in his like text like, yes, I am biased, but I am correct, this is the one true religion. Like, it's like you're showing you're still biased. Like, you're still biased, and like you put like every other religion in like C, D tier. And just like made up excuses as to why their like religion is like illegitimate.
Yeah. Person who has green skin thinks green is the best color imaginable.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not biased, guys. It's just the way I see life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fucking silly though. I you know I'm a firm believer in that, you know, there are a lot of shitty black people. However, there's a lot of shitty white people as well. So, you know, it's like, why don't we all just like calm down and come to a mutual agreement that, like, hey, just in general, humans of any skin color can be very nice and very cool, just very caring people, but they can also be very shitty and very, ignorant and just shitty people in general. That's the way I see it. Like, yes, black people might murder people a lot, but also white people murder people too. So, there's that. We all kill each other. That's kind of like what humans do sometimes. So, you know, it's like let's just all, get off our phones and just go outside.
Once I hear the word like group of people fatigue, I'm like, all right, I know where you're going with this.
It just causes like unnecessary drama. And I feel the same way about like genders and shit as well. It's just like, you know, whatever your view is, like whatever gender you are, like you hate the opposite gender. It's just like it's the same thing with like the races, where it's just like, there's like good man, there's bad man, there's good women, and there's bad women, everything in between. It's just like we're all humans who were born in different places at different times to different people, and we all have different opinions on things, and we all have different outlooks on life and the way we do things. Obviously, there's going to be bad people for every single thing that you can think of. Like skin color, gender, sexuality, like religion. It's just we're fucking humans. We're gonna be shitty people sometimes, but we can also have good qualities. It's just even shitty people have good qualities, and good people have shitty qualities about themselves, and that's just the way I see things. Like yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been spending a lot of time on Twitter, and it's a Elon Musk site, so I see a lot of just tweets about like
The downfall of Western civilization.
here's what another black person did this time. And it's like, yeah, that's definitely shitty of them, but you know how many white pedophiles there are? Yeah, it's just hey, like yeah, I'll give you credit. Black people do murder each other, but statistically, you know, me and Jake, you know, we could fuck kids. Like, know, but like, white guys, just white people in general, statistically, possibly, I guess, from what I've seen, you know, we're just known to, do stuff with kids and, you know, just incest and all that. So it's fucked. And by the way, the thing about me saying Jake and I could fuck kids, it was a joke because we were both white. Well, you're black technically, so and that's what I'm trying to say. Black people can also fuck kids too. Just it happens. It's not a race thing. I've seen a lot of things online where a black guy goes to meet a child. It's definitely possible for anyone to just be shitty, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
Like, yeah. It's like, are you guys like closeted Nazis, or are you guys just full blown Nazis at this point? I think you guys are just full blown at this point. Like, again, this is like that same YouTuber. I don't know why he hasn't been deplatformed yet, but he was like, "Oh, I got Indian fatigue," and he was like going on about, and like I get India has a lot of flaws and shit, and like it's not like very good there, but he was talking about how like Indian men are like so weak that like a white woman is stronger than an Indian man, and that's just like some like racist like fucking like fucking bullshit that you're trying to make out like all the West is just so much superior to the East, and it's like once I hear like Western civilization, I'm just like, okay, I know where you're going with this. You're trying to make this argument that those people in the East need to stay as far away from us as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think like to be honest, like I think I said this before on like a different podcast, but I definitely did say at some point like there's like nothing good about India. And like that's I mean I'm adamant about that. To be honest, like it's just kind of like a shitty country at first glance, and everything I see about it is just like that's like there's like billions of them. That's fucking scary. Um, but I'm not denying that there isn't like any good Indians. Like, but I just like I guess this kind of can be with what you said about like statistics and just like biasness, but I've definitely seen like you know statistics of like you know not even just India, but like just countries in that general region of the will, like it's just that part of the will just like has like such high rape cases. It's just like, you know, what are we doing here? Why can't you guys just like be normal? You know, and normal as in like, hey, stop raping each other. I get that's probably why the population over there is so high, because you guys are just fucking raping each other nonstop. But you know, just calm down. It's okay. Just get consent and you'll be fine. But it's not like I see like an Indian man, just out in public. I'm just like, oh, what a fucking disgusting rapist. Like it's like I don't do that. I'm not that sort of person, like. There's people at my job where I don't know if like your job has this because we both work in warehouses, right? But like when I got there, it was like primarily like, you know, Latino and
Yeah.
white and black, and then in the last couple of years, there's been an increase of like Muslim people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, listen, I'm trying to figure out how to
I
word
always
this.
it's so fucked up because like it's mainly Muslim women, and like I have that like weird that like really fucked up intrusive thought in my mind. I was like, oh, so your husband finally let you get a job, huh?
Yeah, and that's like the thing. It's just like, I don't, you know, I don't look at them and I'm just like, you can't fucking be here. Like I cooperate with them at work, I talk to them like as any other people. But like, for one example, there's this guy who is the weekend shift, and I work with him on Mondays because like obviously like they have the weekend shift, but like they have to have like one day, Monday through Friday, that they have to come to work on because like obviously like just schedule reasons. But he's there on Mondays, and years ago, I probably said this years ago on a podcast, but um this guy back in his home country, I think he's Afghani. He's he I heard him talk to Alan about like back in his home country, he um married and had sexual relations with a girl under the age of 10, and
Yeah,
once
you
she
told
turned
me.
18 he divorced her.
Yucky.
Yeah. So, and there's a lot of cases like that. I'm not going to say obviously like every Muslim is like that, obviously per se, but there's a lot of them like that, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, but obviously like not a lot of like that, like definitively like Muslim and Islam is just like it's very down towards women.
Yeah,
They do not care about
they have
women.
not they have not changed. And but you know what? You know what? Like what what kind of gets like is weird like the wrong way about is when Christians like dunk on Muslims for like being like so like uncivilized and like still like following like thousands year old traditions, yet the Christians still want the same exact thing. Like, do you know like how many like times that's like, oh, we need to go back to the how the Bible was, like, oh, there's so much immorality these days, and like what in once I like I feel like people just throw the word like immoral just so much these days, like to just like kind of like make like something like, and that goes back to like reviews. I watched a video about the some guy review like, well, he was talking about the creator of the voice, but he was like, the show is evil, immoral evil, and I'm like, okay, I know where your bias is.
Mm-hmm.
You're obviously a Christian, but then he calls about, I still like the show, and it's like, then why'd you call it immoral evil if you're still watching the show? Like, I don't get it, but yeah, it's just like It's kind of weird that like just Christians want to like insult Muslims for like being like still taking part in like the old ways, but yet Christians still want the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know how many guys like, you know how many fucking right wing guys on YouTube say we should have another crusade? Like, come on, guys. Yes, because those worked out so well.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we need another crusade. We need to go take back the Holy Land. I'm like, and like, you know, all of this, like, you know, all this, like, you know, how the, you know, women shouldn't have the right to vote, and like, or like, you know, all the wives, the women just need to be at home cooking and cleaning, nothing else. Let the men do everything, and it's like, it's just like, but it's just like when they try to like talk about how Muslims are still like just following like their like the Quran like word for word with everything. Like, yeah, there are definitely some like they definitely are. There's definitely some Muslims that are definitely like hypocrites. Like, you know, there's that infamous meme that's like they'll like get tattoos and all this stuff, and then it's like, hey, you want some pork? Oh my god!
Yeah. It's like, oh, you don't want poo because you find it disgusting, but you'll marry a 9-year-old girl? Okay. Yeah, fair. Okay, I guess.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's just. But yeah. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It is just crazy world. Crazy
Yeah.
world.
And like everything I've said, you know, regarding, you know, black people and Muslims, like, because like I don't want to feel like I'm like supposed to be like, well, you know, I know I'm talking bad about minorities, but like I want to make it very clear I'm not racist or anything. I do think there's some good minorities, okay? That like there's a lot of good minorities. Like obviously like there's a lot of good Christians out there, okay? Like just because you're Christian.
The number's getting smaller and smaller, but
What?
the number's getting smaller and smaller, but you're right.
With what?
The number of good Christians at this point.
Yeah, I mean like it's not like there's like any like it's not like there's
There definitely
you
are.
know a good
But
chunk of like Muslims out there, you know? Like I think a lot of them are shitty, specifically towards women and children in general. From what I've seen and heard personally, you know, it's not like I'm going based on like the internet only. It's just what I've heard in person. Like, wow, yeah, like these guys are just kind of like shitty. Not gonna lie, like. I think I said this before, but like if you first like little girls like cover up because like you find their bodies to be sexual, you need to die. Like on it, like it is, you need to fucking kill yourself.
that happens a lot in Christianity too. Like, oh god, their ankles are showing. I'm getting a little.
Yeah, but like the entire bodies though. I'm not defending Christianity in that instance, but like, you know, obviously it's not okay. I'm just saying like Islam.
I've seen a lot of horror stories from like Christian churches of them like,
oh, well, obviously.
oh my god, you're making the priest a little uncomfortable. You gotta cover up. Like, why the fuck is he uncomfortable?
We're gonna have like a Christian versus Islam debate next episode. I'm gonna be representing Christianity. It's gonna be representing Islam.
Oh god.
Can we just like have a debate?
Yeah, and then that's gonna be the one episode my parents find out, and I get kicked out. You know,
you defending Islam.
You know, I don't know if I talked about this story, but like, do you remember we went on that field trip? We went to that like Islam community center.
I fucking hated that. It was not because like I was like, oh, I'm fucking racist. I just found a bone. But yeah, I remember.
I didn't like it because the bus trip was too short.
Well, yeah, it's like in walking distance.
Yeah.
For like the high school.
Yeah.
It was because we were in middle school at the time, right?
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, but you know, so when we did it, my parents had no problem with me going there. So, but when my sister gets to the middle school and they do it, my dad has a freaking crash out about it.
Probably just didn't want his sister to be raped by the staff.
No, because I think Trump was president at this time.
What year?
She was.
Because I know your sister's like 5 years behind.
Yes,
your
you're
age.
6th grades behind us.
Yeah.
So I think this was either 6th or 7th. I think it was 7th grade we did it.
I
So
forgot.
so
Definitely
I
not
think
6th.
yeah. So
7 or 8th.
yeah. So it would have to have been like pre-COVID or
Yeah, because we were definitely probably out of
yeah.
high
But
school
yeah,
at that point.
So yeah, Trump was in his first term.
Yeah.
So that's
that could very well definitely play into it. But
Yeah.
like we went on that field trip when Obama was president.
yeah. Me and you went. Yeah, like I went. Nobody. I got the permission slip. They signed it. But suddenly my sister wants to go, and suddenly it's like this huge issue. Like I don't want her being with these terrorists, and like okay, but okay.
You understand white people shoot up schools?
Yeah.
You like
Isn't that technically? Yeah, that's technically
it's
terrorism.
terrorism. Yeah, it's like we have white terrorists who are born in this country and are
We
Americans
have an
who
entire.
terrorize children.
We have an entire organization that wear white hoods that
Yeah. They're a terrorist group. That's what they do. They terrorize my people and minorities in general. They can also terrorize white people if they're gay. So like, okay, like
okay.
whatever. I guess if that suits you, we can go into the woods and go to a meeting of theirs. I guess.
Yeah, I have, you can make an entire compilation of like Jake dad stories, like my dad wanting to like, even though he's right now trying to be a proud Catholic, he wanted to like get out of taking the COVID vaccine for like religious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to explain like, yeah, go tell your mom that. Go tell your mom you don't want to be a Catholic anymore, and see, go tell your grandmother, an old school Catholic, you don't want to be Catholic anymore. Like, go explain that.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be taken well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it. Yeah, it's just like I don't like the culture shift right now. I'm not a fan of the vibe of our culture right now. I'm not. We're like way too like just.
Everyone's getting a little too not confident. Everyone's getting a little too like, what's that fucking word? We're like comfortable.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a little too comfortable being like racist and all
Just
that,
being
and just
overall,
being crazy in
just
general.
being overall just horrible people.
Yeah.
Like I can like. Yeah, like there the amount of family members I've seen who have just like done this like complete like 180, like going full MAGA and just like saying the most like bigoted like shit imaginable is like really telling.
Yeah. I think one of my last closing remarks, I'm not trying to end it now, obviously, but like it is almost 7.
Oh jeez, yeah.
But one of my closing remarks is like the shitty thing about growing up is you kind of start to realize the older you get, like the more apparent flaws that your parents have that you didn't notice as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you realize more and more like each passing year, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm having that where I'm looking back when I was younger and I'm like, yeah, that was some psychological trauma.
Yeah, like I'm like interested in like women of color, so I'm not I'm not really too worried because like I've dated like women of color before, and like I've told my parents about it. So like is my dad's MAGA himself, but like he's never really been like, oh, no son of mine is gonna date a fucking minority. Like it's just he's never been like that. So like I'm not worried about like bringing like a black girl home and just like him going like, a nig. Oh god, I shot one of you once. Like, I'm not worried about that happening, but like, it's not like he's said anything racist at all, ever. I just think like him defending Trump, just like arguing with my mother about like, being like nonchalant about like what has Trump done, huh? What has Trump done? Like, Dad, what has Trump not done? like, I don't know, man. It's just
I loved when Michael Knowles like did like a president's tier list, and like he went on to Trump and he was like, he's the greatest president of our lifetime. He's never he always admits when he's wrong. And it's like, no, that cannot be further from the truth.
Has never admitted anything in his life. Like, I don't think I've ever heard that man go like, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. My mistake. He's never like done anything along those lines.
Like, it's such a contrast when you look at Washington in his like final address being like, I don't know if I made mistakes, but if I did, I acknowledge that I probably messed up during my presidency. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I did the best I could, and then Trump was like, I'm never wrong. Whatsoever
never wrong. I will never apologize.
I'm perfect. I've
I'm
never
the
made
most
a mistake.
perfect man ever. My penis is big. You can tell elementary school girls. They will say, I guess so. I guess. I mean, for us, yeah, probably. That's what they'll say. They'll say it's the biggest penis they've ever seen. The best penis that those girls have ever seen in their lives. The 6-year lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very fucked. It's very fucked.
Yeah, we are just.
I'm scared that like his presidency is going to end, but there's going to be like another Trump that takes his place.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, we don't know what 2028. Obviously, it's gonna be like. Obviously, I'm like 80% sure that Vance is gonna get the primary.
Yeah,
the Republican
probably.
probably. Like, it will be really shocking if he doesn't.
I think, honestly though, I think it'd be shocking if he does. I don't think he's that liked. Like, honestly, whenever I see people like talking about like Trump and his people, like I never see Vance be brought up. He's like the social outcast in this administration. From what I feel like, honestly, like I don't see him ever be talked about. He's always alone as well. Like he's never with Trump. You realize that? Like I don't think I've ever seen like, for the most part, probably like a handful of times, but like I don't think I've ever seen like Trump and Vance just being like walking together, just like talking with each other, like publicly. Honestly, it's just like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, because you don't know, like, after like Trump, what the Republican. I do think that we are in a new party system right now, and like the Republican Party has like completely changed since Trump. So we don't know with once Trump's terms are up that.
To be fair,
we don't know if like it's like if once he's gone, if they're gonna be like, okay, we're not gonna be like Trump anymore, or are they gonna like go full in 100% like, yeah, we're gonna be like Trump forever. It's like we don't really know.
If they do go down the route where they're just like, we don't want to be Trump, did he? I mean, I just want to say or ask, like, did the Republican Party change, or is it just like the thing where it's just like Trump did his own thing so much that like Republicans were just like, I'm not sure we're fully about that.
Well,
So,
I remember like you gotta like, and I remember watching.
like, I know there's a lot of Republicans who support him, obviously, but
There's a lot of conservatives that just don't support him.
Yeah.
But it's like, the whole thing with like conservatism was always like progressivism and conservatism was always like big government versus small government. But it's like Republicans are not about small government anymore.
Yeah.
They really are not. Like both sides are not about small government anymore. So it's like I do think they definitely changed. Like it's like you hear like states' rights all the time, and it's like they're not really about that anymore. They're not like trying to like do like. I do remember when my mom was talking to my grandmother trying to like defend Trump about the A word, and being like, and she said no, he doesn't want to do it at the federal level. He wants to do it at like the state level, and it's like okay, like, are you sure though? Are you sure? Are you sure that MAGA conservatives are trying to say like the A word should be a state level issue? Like, do you really think that? Like, let's be real here. They don't. They want it to be the federal level. They want to make it illegal everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's just always the hypocriticalness of the states' rights thing. Is just like you go back to history. That's how it's always been. Like it's like yes, we want states' rights, but only for us.
Yeah.
Only for our states. You guys can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
That was literally the whole. That was the entire Fugitive Slave Act. Was like, just like, hey, states' rights. Give us our slaves back. Even though they're like, no, they're here, they're free. They're like, no, that's our property. No,
Yeah, we own them.
no,
We have the documents to prove it.
You don't have the states' rights to make them free. Like it's just how it's always been, and like absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't 20. Yeah, and I do think that the midterms coming up is gonna be really spicy.
Yeah.
We don't know who knows what's gonna happen with that one.
Yeah.
If like the Democrats take like the majority, like what's like it's gonna be really interesting if they do manage to take like a majority in like the House and the Senate.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's gonna be really interesting.
Agreed.
But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap things up here.
Yeah, we got games to play and names to take and ass to eat. So, yeah.
I need that on a shirt now.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. The podcast if we do one.
Yep.
There's like an issue that came up in this week that we talked about together off camera, but we'll probably just talk about that next week. But yeah, so
or we'll talk about it during a let's play. Let's be real.
Probably
it's gonna come up.
Yeah. That will do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye bye.
Goodbye.